Hi, everybody. My name is Tracy. I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video, but I'm back. I hope everybody is being safe out there by wearing your mask, eating right, eating more clean. I hope you are having and strengthening your prayer life or getting one started. Um, Here we go. Hit the like button, thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll know and you'll be informed every time I upload a video. This platform will be used to inform you, inspire you, and encourage you. I get all my information from vetted entities, specialists, and professionals. The title of today is Healing of the Soul. What you got on? What's going on in here? I'm going to lead with the verse of the day because it's actually going to be my foundation of what I'm going to talk about. So get your Bibles out and let's get started. Okay? So the first verse, which is the verse of the day, is going to be coming from Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 through 40. So let me get my help. Okay? Okay, Matthew 22, 37 through 40. And it reads as such. It says, okay, make sure I'm getting it right. It says, Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Now, the healing of the soul. You have to love yourself, because to love your neighbor as you love yourself, you got to love yourself. And a lot of people get complacent. They have so much that they keep inside that sometimes they just really just forget all about themselves. And when you can't forget about yourself, or you can't have something harboring on the inside of you that eventually is going to come out anyway. It's going to manifest in other areas of your life. And sometimes you just have to take the time and do the work on yourself. Because if you're so messed up, whether you have anxiety or just a lot of worry, a lot of stress, a lot of weight on you, it's going to start manifesting in your life. Things are just going to keep happening because you're not right on the inside. Whether you're going through some type of depression or anything, if you got something on the inside, it has everything to do what's going on the outside of your world, whether it's in your finances, your health, your relationships. It starts with you. So you get this on the inside looking good and it's clean and it's swept, then you can sort of see everything around you starting to move in a more positive way. But I want to emphasize to always have peace and encourage peace to yourself and guard it. Don't let anyone and anything come in your life to disturb your peace, because that's what's going to keep you grounded in your health, your mind, is what's going on within. Okay, I don't want to get too deep, but I do want to emphasize that the healing of the soul, it starts with you, and it starts with what's going on inside of you, how you think, how you react to things, you know. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we're going to go with Luke chapter 6, 7 through 19. And also with this, I put in Mark 6, 53 through 56. But I'm going to read Luke 6, 17 through 19 first. So let's turn over here to Luke. Okay, what I say, 17 through 19. Okay. And it says, and he came down with them and stood in the plain, and the company of his disciples, and a great multitude of people out of all of Judea and Jerusalem, and from the sea coast of Tyre and Sidon, which came to hear him and to be healed of their diseases. And they that were vexed with unclean spirits, and they were healed. And the whole multitude sought to touch him. They just want to touch him. For there went virtue out of him and healed them all. That's power. And that's some power. Can't buy that. Okay, now we're going to turn over to Mark 6, 53 through 56. Okay. Mark 6, 53 through 56. And when they had passed over, they came into the land of Gennesaret. I'm trying to say it, child. It's Gennesaret. And drew to the shore. And when they were come out of the ship, straightway they knew him, and ran through the whole region round about, and began to carry about in the beds those that were sick, where they that heard he was. And whithersoever he entered, into villages or cities or country, they laid the sick of the streets, and besought him that they might touch, if it were but the border of his garment, and as many as touched him were made whole. Okay, I want to say this. There is nothing that God cannot do. Anything that you're vexed with, anything that you got going on, there is no problem, no issue. I don't care what it is that God cannot do. Whether you're trying to have a child, or you got a stronghold, some type of addiction, or just anything that you need a healing from, God can do it. All you need to do is pray, give it up to him, and he can do it. Sorry, y'all. I'm just shaking. It's tiring. But when I get to talking about the word, I don't know, child. Things, I don't know. Okay. The next to the last chapter that I want to talk or discuss is in Matthew 9, chapter 9, verses 20 through 22. And I know a lot of preachers, and I know you heard this story over and over and over again, but it is so powerful. Okay, what I say, 20 through 22. It says, and behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be made whole. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith have made thee whole. And when the woman was made whole from that hour. Now, You seen, you heard what Jesus said. He called her daughter. All of us are his children. Okay? It's what she said. She said it within herself. If I may just touch the hem of his garment. Not his skin or anything, but the hem of his garment. That's power. When you feel all I need to do is touch what they got going, what they wearing, what they got on. That's power. How people were all around. I mean, just imagine today, back in that period, of a man coming to town that can heal. Everybody know he has that reputation that he can heal. If you just get him, if you get that person to him and he touch him, or he look at him, or he touched them, walk by, they're going to be made whole. They was taking beds and putting them in the streets. They was moving. They was hauling. They was, I mean, they were getting their loved ones and friends to Jesus. And those that could walk, I don't care if they was lame or whatever, they was pulling their leg, or they weren't feeling well, but they was like, I got to go. Give me my coat, I got to go. I got to try. This may be my last chance. So I say to you, healing of the soul, what's going on the inside of you. Start with the way you think, what you say to yourself. I don't care what's going on around you. If you get what's in here and up here right, other stuff don't matter. You keep God head of your life. Get in this word right here. And it will go with you once you plant it in your heart and in your mind. It doesn't matter what happened to you. You can go to God. And even if you can't say a word, because he know your groanings. If you just can't say it, he know. And I say that because a lot of people have negative thoughts about themselves. You know, for instance, if somebody's sitting up saying, I'm fat and stanky, or she fat and stanky, or whatever. Sooner or later, you're going to be fat and stanky. Something happen. But if you say, I'm an overachiever, I'm a conqueror, you know, that's what people like to be around. People that's doing something. People that got a positive energy, a positive way of thinking, a positive way of doing. Then that's what you'll do. You will achieve. You will be that overcomer. And things will be moving in your life in a more positive light. And that goes for your finances, your circle of friends or family. Let that serve you well in a positive light. If they're not serving you in a positive light, you have to let it go. Because that will interrupt what you got going on right here, your peace. And you want to always have peace. Not sometimes, but all the time. You want to have peace. Okay? And the last chapter that I'm going to talk about come from is Exodus, which is when the children of Israel exited Egypt. They got up out of there. And with that being said, it will be Exodus chapter 23 and verse 25. So let's go there. 23 and 25. And it reads, and ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. Meaning God gonna bless your food and what you put in your body. He will preserve you. Now, he used Moses. Moses was, he was the leader of the Israelites. He was the lawmaker. He was a prophet. And he was their deliverer to get them up out of there. And Aaron, his brother, which was a little older than Moses, he was the first high priest of Israel. He was Moses' mouthpiece. And he assisted Moses. So God will always provide, number one. He will always provide you what you need. And if he tell you to leave something or let something go, trust and believe he has provision for you. So get moving. So when God tell you it's time to go, it's time to go. When he say it's time to let something go, let it go. Because he's already made the provision for you. And he will always put people in your life to take you to the next level, the next step, or whatever it is. He will put somebody in your life. Just like with Moses, his brother was his mouthpiece. Now, with that being said, for them to exit, the children of Israel had to do something. Even though God had given them a blessing of Moses to come to deliver them up out of there, but God was in it. He was setting the way. He was gonna lead the way, but Moses had to go do this, that, and the third, and Aaron did too. But the children of Israel, they had to pack. They had to haul their butts. They had to get ready to leave. And that's the same thing that you would have to do. You would have to get it together. You would have to make a conscious choice that I deserve better for myself. And I'm going to have better for myself. My quality of life is everything. And it starts with you. Be blessed. I love you. Until next time, peace.